Hello and what's up? My name is Lauren. I am your resident intuitive baddie. Welcome back to my channel. Quiet because everyone's sleeping. Or kind of quiet. Fresh out of the shower if you can't tell. Here's what. I had a download in the shower. I knew I was going to film, but I thought I was going to film something else. But yeah, I have this urge to talk about being discerning when watching channelers and watching tarot readers, which is funny because obviously I'm channeling technically right now, right? Yes. So even be discerning with me, but it's to do with making sure that the people you watch and the people you have channel for you are in their highest alignment, if that makes sense. Not oh my god. Yeah, actually, wait, operating in their highest alignment. I think I'm trying not to get it confused with, I don't know, there being a ceiling on highest alignment, but it's like people who are doing the work and are open to the work. And I think the reason why I'm bringing this up is because as far as I can see, most channelers, when they're channeling for people, they're also channeling for themselves, or a lot of what they channel for people is very resonant in what's going on in their life, even though, of course, they're all like, it's collective messages, so it's going to resonate how it resonates. And with all readers, you should always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I guess I'm thinking more so about people who fall down the rabbit hole and kind of become obsessive when it comes with channeled and tarot messages. I've had these times where I spend the whole day watching different messages that are almost pretty much the same, but then because there's so many, you get certain energies that are conflicting. And the reason why I'm saying to be discerning when it comes to channelers and tarot readers is because there are some people who will read not necessarily based on the energy or the cards that they are pulling, but from their ego. And you can tell. For example, for myself, I get many readings about past people coming back. And there are some people who, when they're reading and anything about past people comes up, they're immediately like, don't let this person back in. Don't, like, even if they apologize, even if blah, 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 don't let them in. Like, you don't, like, they did you wrong. And it's like, that's such a close-minded way of thinking. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't understand how you can do energy work and channel for people, but not be open to forgiveness. like, obviously, if anybody from anybody's past comes back, right, it should always just be up to your discernment. It's like, what does the energy feel like now? Because at the end of the day, everybody has the capability to change. The everybody has access to being able to raise their consciousness. You know, like, you could have somebody who's super low vibrational, and then they have a near death experience, and then they're a completely changed person. So it's like, who is anybody to I'm trying to find the word. The word trap is coming up in my mind, but that's not the word I want to use. But to hold anybody to an old frequency, especially if they haven't seen them in a long time. It's like, for myself at least, it's like, if a past person comes up, I'm willing to hear them out, and I'll read the energy, because I've grown since then, so I can read the energy. It's like, if they have negative intentions, then I'm gonna react accordingly, right? And it's like, everybody knows themselves, so it's like, if you know that you can't handle it, and this person's always been like, everybody has a right to not invite that energy in if you know it's not good for you. But I think when you have a platform, and when you are speaking to the masses, I think it's very important to not inject your judgment on the said advice, if that makes sense. Because there's a very big difference between, okay, maybe not very big, but there is a difference between making an observation about something and making an assumption about something. So it's like, if you are anybody with a platform and you're speaking on something or you're giving advice based off of fear that you have and how you would deal with the situation, it's like, at least say it like that. You know what I mean? Like, at least be like, in my personal opinion, this is what I would do, but use your judgment. And I think that separates, for me, that's what separates a great reader from a good reader. Because, yeah, there are certain cards, like, in tarot, that, you know, it's talking about a past person. Like, Six of Cups is probably the most prominent, right? But it's like, if you're getting like Six of Cups, Emperor, King of anything, what's another healing card? I don't know, like Four of Wands reversed type of thing, Hangman, like cards that are alluding to a change in perspective, or a change in something, right? But you're still reading the energy as somewhat negative, or you're still going to advise people to the main thing is, it's just like, if you have that power, you should still always be promoting for people to use their own discernment, and to get in touch with their energy, and to decide for themselves. Because at the end of the day, you as a channeler, or you as a tarot reader, are just supposed to be confirming what people already know. It's like, as predictive as some of these things are, people watch, well, one, because either because they already have this sense of intuition and they already know what's coming, or it's confirmation bias and they're going down a rabbit hole. But at the end of the day, it's for the person the person watching to decide. It's not for any of us to decide. And yeah, I remember there was one reader specifically that I was very impressed with, because she was pulling cards, and she was kind of like, oh, this person's trying to come back, don't do it. And then like she got a couple cards, and then she was like, oh wait, this is actually kind of interesting. And then she goes through the cards, and she's just like, okay, yeah, well, if this person changes, then yeah, you can definitely like check it out, or like you definitely should check it out, give it a chance, at the end of the day, use your own discernment. And I was just like, wow, because there's so many people that just read with a negative energy, I want to say. Or it's like there's certain readers that it's like, oh, like this person, like there's a person that's trying to sabotage you, or trying to destiny swap, or blah 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 blah, like this person in your energy, or like all these people backstabbers. And it's like, for some of these people, it's like, oh, okay, resonates to an extent. Maybe like for myself personally, it's like, okay, yeah, I have a lot of people in my energy that are probably wondering what the fuck I'm doing, and and just like, just like sitting back, like what's going on. But it's like some of the things that some people say, it's just like, this type of energy is the type of energy you're reading because this is your experience. And it's like, there's only so much filtering you can do, especially if you're watching a lot of videos. To be honest, I don't recommend watching a lot of videos. What I recommend is having a handful of channelers that you trust, that are reading very genuinely and not based off of their emotions. Because like, yeah, like some of the channelers that I followed that had really negative energy, oh man, they're so funny. They're so funny. And that's why I watched them for so long. But I think it's because this past week I've been really filtering through um, what I'm consuming, and just like being more mindful of my time. And yeah, so I've set like a certain time of day where I can watch a couple videos, because I still love to watch readings. And especially as somebody who is learning myself, and dabbling in reading myself, like it's helpful to watch how people interpret the cards, and it is a really good way to learn. I justified a lot of my tarot binging by being like, well, I'm learning, which I was. um but yeah, I would just have maybe, I'd say like around 5, no more than, yeah, like 5, 6, 7 maybe. That sounds like a lot. 5. Or I guess for myself, I have 4, no, 5. I do have 5. I have 5 that I really trust, and then I have a few that um I trust, but I will only watch it's like if I'm not subscribed to them, I'll only watch it if like a video comes up and there's something super drawing me to the video. Yeah, I've done my best to really get off of love readings because, oh man, they can get so consuming. and but the thing is, especially for love readings, to my lovers out there, I find that when you choose to watch people who are channeling genuinely and are not specifically only reading for love, it makes a big difference when they do channel love. So yeah, as it can get really confusing when you watch so many channelers, or when you're watching love specific readings, because again, so many conflicting energies. And it's like, if you are watching tarot to satiate whatever is going on in your love life or lack thereof, it's like, I mean, that's a red flag in itself, right? Because it's like, you're putting so much focus and so much attention on the lack, or on the person you're thinking about, or on whether love is showing up for you, if like there's no trace of it at all, that you're inherently pushing it farther away from you, because then you're reinforcing this idea of lack and need and desire, which are all like low vibrational. And it's like, if you actually want to call it into your life, then you need to be more present. And yeah, it's hard when you're really consumed by hearing what other people have to say about your life. And it's like, again, at the end of the day, it comes down to that mindset of, when you watch these messages, when you watch tarot messages or channeled messages, it should be confirmation of what you already know. It should not be you looking for answers, because if you are looking for answers in other people's words, then you will always be confused, because you'll never know if you got that message because you went and sought it out, or if it's because it found you. And yeah, I don't think I don't know if I can go any deeper with that. I think that's that. Yeah, so I hope that resonated. And yeah, again, just use your discernment. Always use your discernment. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope it resonated. Did I already say that? I don't know. I got distracted by the water. But until next time, goodbye.